Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Just taking some videos.
Of what?
Just anything I can see from the sidewalk, really.
So it's a security risk for you to be filming the bank and our customers. So I'm going to ask that you stop filming our customers in the drive up and our bank, okay?
I'm not gonna stop filming, so.
It's the same old story, same old song and dance, my friend. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of that song because, you know, an interaction like this at a bank is typically what would happen at a bank. Happens so often at these places that I really don't even need to narrate what exactly happens. Even so, this video is less about what happens at this bank and more so about this brand new auditor known as Constitution Cam. This young cat right here is 18 years old, and in this video, he's conducting a First Amendment audit in Watertown, Wisconsin. And you already know that the police are going to show up, after all, he's recording at a bank. And although the first officer that shows up does seem to be very professional, things do start taking a turn for the worse. How bad are we talking, you might be asking? Why don't we roll the tape and find out? We all sincerely hope you enjoy.
Hello, can I just get your name and badge number so I know who I'm talking to?
Absolutely. Officer Higgins, badge number is 3529.
Alright, nice to meet you. I would shake your hand, but
Yeah, looks like you.
yeah.
Rotator cuff? Or?
Labrum and bicep tendon, so.
I used to work in the medical field, and
Oh, yeah.
I would say better you than me, but that would be insensitive. So. How'd you injure it?
Wrestling.
Wrestling? Okay. Where do you wrestle?
I'm not gonna answer those
Okay,
types of questions, so.
So, reason I'm out here, I received a complaint from the staff at the bank. Okay.
Yep.
They stated that you were inside the building filming.
No, never
No?
inside the building, nothing like that.
Okay. So, yeah, so they said that initially you were outside on the sidewalk like you are right now, which is totally fine.
Yep.
But they said that you had come into the bank onto their property and you were filming inside the bank.
No, that seems like a false police report to me, so that's a crime, so I would definitely go investigate that, but yeah, no.
And I'll definitely be following up with them as well.
All right.
Okay. So basically, I'm just making sure you're okay, making sure everything's good. They were concerned since you had obviously the sling and everything.
Oh, yeah.
They stated, or they reported that they commented to you that they advised that you stop filming inside of the building. You told them that you couldn't stop, and that's when you left the building. Does any of that sound familiar?
No, I was actually right here. I put my camera down, and I was about to leave, and then I was turned this way, and then I heard one of them come out, and then like standing right here, and they said that I had to stop filming, and I just told her, yeah, I'm not gonna stop the camera. So, and then she went back in there.
So they came out to you while you were on the sidewalk and talked to you. Okay, that's fair. Do you mind just giving me your name so I can check to make sure that you don't have any warrants or anything crazy like that?
Just Jacob.
Okay. Well, I'm going to need your full name. Anytime I have contact with someone, I have to identify them. Okay?
I'm not going to identify myself. I keep that information pretty private, so.
The issue with that is I'm conducting an investigation regarding a complaint right now. Okay?
Yep.
So if you refuse to identify yourself, then I may have to take you into custody because you are failing to follow through with identifying yourself.
I mean, unless I've committed a crime, I don't identify myself.
That would be obstruction.
That's a secondary offense. You have to commit a crime before.
It would be obstruction if you fail to identify yourself when I'm conducting an investigation regarding you.
I'm gonna challenge you on that one. Do you have a supervisor that?
Absolutely.
All right, can he come out here then?
Yeah, like I said, same old song and dance. You know, you would think that after over 10 years of First Amendment auditors existing, the cops would finally get it all over America, that they can't just get somebody's identification because they're conducting an investigation. But no, we still get the same thing over and over again. That, among many other things, really frustrates me about cops in America, but no worries. This guy's doing an excellent job in standing his ground and defending his Fourth Amendment rights, in spite of this cop threatening him with arrest, or at least threatening him with taking him into the jail. Which I guess is still an arrest anyway, but I digress. Now, I have talked till I was blue in the face when it comes to the Fourth Amendment, and the 3 types of police encounters, including investigatory stops, as well as Terry v. Ohio, and so many other reasons as to why this guy doesn't need to give his identification to this police officer. But once again, I just have to ask, how is giving up his identification going to help this cop in any meaningful way? Seriously, if any of you can give me a good reason in the comments down below, like an actual lawful reason, then I will take back everything I said. But what about the supervisor that shows up? Is he well educated in the law and our rights? Let's find out.
Okay, so this is my supervisor. This is Officer
All right.
Abbott. Hi. Do
Badge
you mind-
number?
We don't have badge numbers, we have employee numbers, 252.
Oh, sounds good.
Okay. So I'm just going to kind of explain what's going on and everything and what you've told me thus
Yep.
far, and then we can go from there. So basically, I advised him of the complaint. He stated that he was never inside the bank, never on their property, only on the sidewalk.
Yep.
He stated that staff came out, had contact with him here. He advised them that he was not going to stop filming.
Okay.
I said, as long as he's not on their property, he's on the sidewalk, that's totally fine.
100%.
No issue with that whatsoever. I asked him to identify himself. He told me that his first name is Jacob. He refuses to identify himself any further.
Okay.
I told him that I am right here, right now, conducting an investigation regarding a complaint that I received from the bank. And if he were to refuse to identify himself, that could be considered obstruction. He states that that's secondary to the investigation and it does not matter, and does not want to identify himself at this
Nope,
time.
that's fine.
And that's when he asked if he could talk to a supervisor.
Nope.
So I said absolutely.
Nope, super simple. They just said you were filming some of the people going through the ATMs. They thought it was an invasion of privacy. You might be trying to get some people's PIN numbers or something. That was their main concern.
Yeah, I don't
know
even
what's
think
going on.
I don't even think this camera could.
Probably not.
Yeah,
Probably
no.
not. That was their main concern, was just privacy issues for people's bank accounts and stuff like that. I told them already that if you're on the sidewalk, you can film. There's no problem with that. I'm not going to force you to identify yourself or anything like that. They just don't want you on their property.
Yep.
So if you
yep.
stay on the public sidewalk, you're good to go, man.
All right, yeah, sounds good. I was about to head out, but I'm just gonna stick around a little bit longer so it doesn't look like I got chased away, and then yeah, I'll be on my way. So.
That's fine.
Do you have any other questions for us at all then?
Other than, I mean, it was definitely a false police report if they said that I was in there with the camera. So I mean.
It didn't sound like you were in there. They said over by the ATMs is how they put it.
Oh, all right.
So that would be over by the ATMs. I don't know if
Yeah.
you're actually on the property, but
Yeah.
Yep.
The only-
And like
my
I
only-
said, I had contact with you and talked to you. I hadn't gotten information from them yet.
Yep.
I
All
got
right.
additional information, so that's
So
what
nothing
we've
that
got.
puts you against a state statute, city ordinance, nothing like that, where we can enforce identification. So no problem with that. Do your thing. Enjoy
All right.
recording. Just do me a favor, just stay out of the driveway.
Yep. Yep.
Obviously, due to safety issues. But if you
Yep.
want to record and do your thing, obviously that's your right. So.
Yep. I'm not getting in the way of anybody or anything like
All right,
that.
Jake. Any questions, man? Otherwise, we're gonna let you do your thing.
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Just-
take care of yourself.
Yep. Have a good one.
Good luck with the recovery on that shoulder.
Yep. Thank you.
Man, it really does bring me so much joy to see that there are some cops out there that do recognize our rights, pun intended. I'll admit, I was worried at first watching this. I thought he was going to insist that the first cop was correct in his assertions. But no, they were dismissed and the supervisor took a walk and drive of honor, while his lesser fellow officer took a big fat drive of shame. And this man was able to walk back to his vehicle by the end of this, with nobody stopping him from filming. A truly successful First Amendment audit, if I do say so myself. But hey, my thoughts on this may be different from all of yours, so please do share with us what you think in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed Constitution Cam's style, make sure you go subscribe to him, give him all the love and support that you feel he deserves, and let him know that recognizing our rights said hello. And just one other thing, we the people, this particular video goes as a little bit more proof as to why in any police interaction you get involved in, you need an attorney at your side at all times. So make sure you check out our link in the description and the pinned comment to Attorney Shield, where you can get your first purchase 10% off to more easily have yourselves an attorney on speed dial by using our promo code of ROR1776. Check that out as soon as you can. But with that being said, thank you once again for tuning in. There's only one other thing we want from you, and that would simply be to never stop loving the good old Constitution.